Improving the Human Living Experience. One Community Weekly Progress Update, number 663.
One Community is a 501c3 nonprofit organization. We are creating open source and free shared blueprints and resources, tools and tutorials, and do-it-yourself instructions for highest good living. Creating solution models that create additional solution creating models in the service of all life on this planet. This includes highest good approaches to food, energy, housing, education, for-profit and nonprofit business creation, society, and true earth stewardship.
Hello and welcome back to another episode. My name is Jay and this is our weekly progress update for December 1st, 2025. Today's topic is improving the human living experience. And everything you see happening in the background of this video are the foundations that One Community is open sourcing and free sharing for that process, with the ultimate expression of improving the human living experience being One Community as a prototype teacher demonstration community, village, city, and hub developed to teach other people how to create teacher demonstration communities, villages, cities, and hubs as well, so we can spread this idea around the world and give everyone that is interested in this model of living access to be able to live this way, to be able to build and create this way, and to be able to replicate everything that it is that we're doing as either the complete model as a teacher demonstration community, village, city, or hub, or as individual components, so that if people want to improve their living experience in, say, just food, to make sure that they have the freshest food, the most diverse food, so that they have food that they're sure is not sprayed with pesticides, herbicides, fungicides, and they're sure it doesn't include any hormones, then they have a way to do perhaps just that. Or maybe if they're interested in just our education model, they want to run a home-based education program built on the most cutting-edge revolutionary education systems in the world, then they can do that. Or maybe they're just interested in the fulfilled living approach, or maybe they're interested in a home that lasts longer than traditional homes, is more artistic and beautiful, and they want to be sure that it's built without any carcinogenic or toxic materials. These are all examples. So to improve the human living experience, we feel to ultimately improve the human living experience, we should include all aspects of the living experience, and we've done that in the creation of One Community. And so we've broken into the physical foundations of sustainability and the emotional foundations of sustainability. And so I started talking about those. You know, the physical foundations of sustainability, everybody's familiar with. They're food, energy, and housing. The emotional foundations of sustainability that we're focused on, and what we like to call highest good approaches to fulfilled living, education, economics, and stewardship. So if somebody's interested, as I said, in just the food aspect, or if somebody's interested, as I said, in just the education aspect, or if somebody's interested, as I said, in just the housing aspect, we're creating open source tools, tutorials, resources, do-it-yourself instructions for replicating the complete model, but also every component within the model. So for something like the Earthbag Village, we're open sourcing a complete sustainable village with communal showers, with the vermiculture toilet that turns human waste into food grade compost, with the net zero bathroom that runs on that gathers enough water to be able to supply that, runs on sustainable energy, and can be completely net zero replicable. You know, it has obviously the Earthbag Village homes, it has a tropical atrium. All these things we're designing those so they can be implemented as either individual components, or what we're doing is we call it open source project launch blueprinting, which means that the way that we're open sourcing all of this is we're open sourcing it so that it can be replicated as either individual components or as a complete model. And the reason why we call it project launch, open source project launch blueprinting, is because the way that we're open sourcing it is so that everything that we're open sourcing can be adapted, modified, and used to create different versions of what it is that we're doing. So we call it project launch blueprinting because we're open sourcing it in such a way that could be used to project launch your own versions of this. Because if our goal is to improve the human living experience, we need adaptable, modifiable components that people will be able to utilize in their own individual situation. It can't be a one-size-fits-all type of approach, because people's living experiences are different. Where they're living in the world is different. Their economic situations are different. Their wants, their needs, their desires, their values, all that stuff is different. Our organization is about world change and creating global sustainability built on a radical platform of sustainable living. But other people might not be interested in that. They might just want food that doesn't have poison sprayed on it. They might just want a house that lasts longer. They might just want an education program that is more kid-centric, or that they can be more hands-on involved in, or that's just better than what they have access to. So we've designed all these different areas to provide those things and so much more. Because if our goal is to improve the human living experience, not just your living experience and my living experience, but we're here to improve the living experience of humanity. And to achieve that goal, we need to achieve a sustainable planet. Because as of now, there is no planet B. And probably within our lifetime, if there is a planet B, the only people that will be going there are people with the resources specifically to do that. And it makes no sense, to me at least, to destroy this one while looking for another one. That is absolutely... it's objectively foolish. It doesn't make any sense to me that we're living the way that we are, that we're objectively not living sustainably right now, and not doing something about that, doing everything we possibly can to change that. Because if by definition we're not living sustainably, and we are by definition not living sustainably, that means that what we're doing cannot continue. It's not set up to be able to keep doing this long term. And so the sooner we turn this train around and we do a course correction, the better. And One Community is creating one option for doing that. And we're open sourcing and free sharing all the tools, tutorials, resources, do-it-yourself instructions, because we want to make it easy enough, affordable enough, and attractive enough for the idea to spread on its own. And if we do that, you imagine one community of 50 people, starting with 50 people, that inspires 2 more communities of 50 people to start, and those 2 communities inspire 4 more communities of 50 to start the year after that, and the year after that they inspire 8 more, and the year after that 16 are inspired by all those groups of communities working together. If a self-replicating model like that were to continue, we would include every single person on the planet within 30 years. Now, will it work that way? No. Of course it won't work that way, but we don't need to achieve every single human being on the planet. We just need to achieve that tipping point of participation and implementation to say that we have achieved a sustainable civilization. That is very realistic to achieve with a self-replicating model like this within 30 years. And so we are creating these, what we'd like to call, super improved systems for food, energy, housing, the social recreational architectural model, the education model, the economic models, the stewardship models, putting them all together as a teacher demonstration hub to teach other people how to do this as well. And because we want to live this way, and we want to show people that in an environment like this, it is the environment that is, in our opinion, most maximally designed for people interested in having the freedom and ability for their own lifestyle design, and to bring people with shared values and interests together to create this and to show what is possible. And so if we can achieve the critical mass for exponential growth, we will achieve a sustainable civilization within our lifetime. That's what One Community is about. This is our idea for improving the human living experience, not just yours and my living experience, but the living experience for humanity as a whole. It's about creating a world for the first time, arguably in history, that truly works for everyone. I guess you can't say the first time in history, because before humanity was here, it's probably working pretty well for everyone. And maybe before we became so populous that we were combating each other and warring amongst each other, could possibly say it was working for everyone. So we'd like to do that without having people warring against each other. We see this as a solution to global war, because it's a solution to global poverty, because it's a solution to global food insecurity and lack of housing infrastructure and lack of energy infrastructure, and these foundations where people have to live in an environment of not having access to the things that they need and thus forced to go outside of that environment to try and meet their basic needs. As one example, it could be its own episode, but that's not what these episodes are about. But if you give me any example of a challenge that humanity is facing right now, I can show you how this model is capable of addressing those challenges. That's what we're about. This is about improving the human living experience by improving the living experience for all humans that are interested in it. And so this is what One Community is all about. So if you like this sort of thing, and you like a weekly dose of positivity in your inbox, subscribe through our website to our newsletter. If you'd like to help out, visit our helping page. If you'd like the easiest way to help out of anything, you can like and subscribe to this channel, or you can join us on any of the different social media networks. We are on all the different social media networks. We are on Facebook, we are on X, we are on Pinterest, we are on Twitter, we are on Tumblr, we are on LinkedIn, we are on Reddit, all of them. All the different social media networks make it as easy as possible. If you'd like to see exactly what our all-volunteer team has accomplished within the last week, visit our written blog. If you'd like to see all these open source tools, tutorials, resources, do-it-yourself instructions, hundreds of thousands of hours of work accomplished by a volunteer team, and all 100% volunteer, including myself, team of over 2,000 volunteers working over the last 15 years, you can visit our website and have access to all of that. And stick around for another couple of minutes if you'd like to see bullet points on all the major components of our project. This is how we're improving the human living experience. Everyone's invited to participate. And until next week, we will, of course, keep on keeping on. Thank you for following our progress.
The One Community approach to highest good housing is eco-artistic home building that is affordable, sustainable, do-it-yourself duplicable, resource and space efficient, and consists of 7 different sustainably constructed village models. One Community is also creating an open-source duplicable city center. It is designed to be LEED Platinum certified, provide 12 guest rooms, dining for over 150 people, and laundry and recreation space for over 300 people, all while saving money, time, space, and resources. One Community's approach to highest good food is duplicable almost anywhere, scalable for different needs, more biodiverse and nutritious, part of forwarding a global open-source botanical garden collaborative, and includes 9 different free, shared, and duplicable growing environments. One Community's approach to highest good education is designed for all age groups, adaptable to any schooling environment, inspiring and fun for all participants, includes national standards, all subjects, lesson plans, teaching strategies, learning strategies and tools, classroom design, and more. The One Community approach to highest good society is globally focused, individually enriching, cooperative and collaborative, includes a highest good network and application, 4 different economic models, and combines fulfilled living and true earth stewardship for the benefit of all people and all life on this planet.